August predictions reading. It feels so good to read for you again. I hope you are well. I hope you're taking care of yourself. I feel like I've been saying that so much, but something about the month of August just feels like it's having a little bit of like a weird effect on self-love and self-care. So I hope you are looking after yourself. We're going to have a look at what you can expect in the month of August. Now, I do have more information about this reading and some of the terms that I use in the description box, so check there if you're a little bit confused or you want some clarity. If you're watching this live, you're welcome to post it in the chat, and I will be checking the chat every now and then. I do want to just open your reading by taking a moment to tune into your energy and set my intentions. So I highly recommend, as the viewer, you listen to the sound of my voice and think about the month of August. What questions come up? What sort of answers are you seeking, or what information are you hoping to know about the month ahead? Spirit, please tune me into Gemini's energy. Please help me offer Gemini the most clear, honest messages for their reading. I do have a good feeling about you, Gemini. I don't know what it is. There's something about the month of August that feels really good. So let's see what's going on for you. Spirit, what is Gemini's main theme for the month of August? Oh, here we go. What is Gemini's main theme for the month of August, Spirit? Okay. I actually want to take two cards, so we've got to take that card and we've got to take this card. Oh, wow. Goodness. At the back of the deck is the 9th house. So what are we looking at here? 9th house energy is interesting for you. It's reversed. So are you still trying to lock in? Or have you gotten sick of that and now you're feeling like a caged bird? In August, it's a mixed feeling of I want more, but I don't know if I'm ready for more. My spirit is restless, but my body is weak. Like, that's what this feels like. My soul is calling me to expand and to get out there, but I just don't have it in me. My physical vessel is not ready. So you got two cards, which is very different to the other groups. Both of these cards feel like something's trying to get off the ground, something's trying to happen, and you're trying to figure out, can I make it happen, or do I need to wait? Hi Lily, welcome. I do feel like this Uranus energy is you thinking about the future, looking at your present, and trying to weigh up big decisions without wanting to overwhelm yourself too much, because that's your Gemini spirit coming through. Can this wait? And it does feel like you have some sort of opportunity knocking on your door, asking you, hey Gemini, are you ready? And you're taking your time in August to decide whether or not you are. Do you have to do this now, or can it wait until later? Now, Uranus does have the element of surprise behind it, mostly the 11th house, but Uranus is also a planet that tends to bring us surprises, and it can make things feel like they're just popping off, they're just happening. The 8th house has a strong association with births and deaths, the beginnings and the endings in life, in the extreme as well, not the in-between, the extremes. A new beginning and an ending with an extreme feeling to it. When it's reversed, it feels like a whole lot of mixed feelings. Both of those aspects of our lives have such a heavy impact on the people around us more than ourselves. And we spend the in-between, between birth and death, trying to figure out why we're here. So with that card, it just feels like you're going, what do I do? While you're also having to contend with what other people want from you and what they're expecting. Now, the 8th house is more than just births and deaths. There's a lot that goes into it. So I'm keen to see what else comes out for you. We're going to pull more cards now to have a look at the key themes in those 3 main areas of your life. Spirit for Gemini, what is their key theme in their love life in the month of August? Gemini's key theme. Oh, here we go. We have Venus. Okay. I do like this for love because it just has a natural feeling to it when we think of love. I think Venus is one of those planets or astrology connections that you think of. What about their money? What is happening in August for Gemini's money spirit? We have Mercury. So Mercury is in retrograde. I didn't double check the dates. But with it showing up upright, we have your superpower coming through. This is your ruler. So it has a very strong, comfortable, but also benefit to being in your reading. And one last card for your lifestyle. Spirit, what can you tell us about Gemini's lifestyle in August? Oh, I'm so glad you got to catch me, Lily. I always hope, that eventually the time will align, but I am open to doing it at different times of the day too, just in case. We have the 3rd house, so more of your energy. It is a little bit different because it's reversed. In your lifestyle, it feels like we're being socially selective. And it could also feel like you're missing a sibling or a cousin, or you're having to deal with them not communicating with you as much as you wanted them to. Could also feel like you're trying to keep parts of your life private and secret, but it's not really working one way or another. People are finding things out about you that you may not have wanted them to know yet. News travels fast is what I'm hearing. So at the back of the deck, we have Vesta reversed. Goodness. This is an interesting energy. There's a lot of excitable energy here, but it also feels like it's not the right time yet. Like we can't get too excited. We can't get too invested. We can't get too deep. We have to try to take all of our air energy and keep it in a jar, even though like air is one of the hardest things to contain, really. So it does feel like you're holding yourself back a little bit. That's the best way I can describe it, especially with Vesta. Vesta is the keeper in this deck. And in the reverse position, it talks about really sort of focusing, like micro fixating on something to the point where we're sacrificing other areas of our life in order to make it happen. It's a devotional, an energy of devotion. So let's start with your love life. We'll keep the other cards here, but we're going to move these 2 to the side, and we need to have a better look at your love life. So I'll just move this down a little bit. We're going to get tarot. Spirit, what is happening for Gemini's love life? I'm trying to remember what happened in your July reading, but it's probably a good thing that I don't remember. We can just figure out what August has in store. Warrior woman reversed. What does August have in store for Gemini's love life, Spirit? Shaman. One more card for Gemini's love life, please. Okay, interesting. We have the Ace of Wands, which is the 1 pipe reversed. A rebirth. Getting to try something again. Or redirecting the energy into something. Oh my gosh, Mercury is in retrograde. Are you going back to something? Recovering from disappointment. Going against somebody else's advice. Doing something the way you want to do it, even though other people might judge you for it. And trying to rebirth a situation. Goodness, what's going on here? Matriarch of Pipes. So we have Venus. We have Venus. Goodness. Look, okay, I'll just be honest because I need to. With this Matriarch of Pipes reversed, your love life feels like something that is in August making you second guess who you actually are. Like, how do I word this? We have Venus who is here to say, oh, like the energy in your love life is very nurturing, it feels very caring, but it also feels like it's going one way. And so it does feel like your love life is becoming bigger than just you, and either you're putting all of this Venusian energy into somebody else, or you're not actually letting it translate to how your energy flows from you. It just feels like it's going one way. So I'm feeling a few different scenarios. So let's just go with the one that's coming through the strongest. There could be someone in your love life who is very interested in you, Gemini, but you're not very interested in them. So the attraction is coming from them, and they're looking at you like you're a goddess, you're a god. With this Venus energy, you're the most beautiful thing to come out of the ocean. And I'm only saying that because of Venus. I'm not implying that you come from the ocean. But, you know, Venus is legend. She's the goddess that came out of a clamshell. And it just feels like with the Matriarch of Pipes reversed in that scenario, you're having to try to let that person down easy. And people are saying, why would you do that? Like, you know, you need to settle down. You need to find a good partner and tick all of these boxes that society's created for you. And you're going, no, I don't want to do that. That's not what I want to do. And then it leads to this redirection of energy where, to put it bluntly, you're rejecting that opportunity and you're needing to stay true to what you know you want, which is not that person. And you're not holding on to them. We're letting go with the Keeper card reversed. We're going, thank you, but no thanks. And when that doesn't work, you have to flat out reject the energy. So that's one scenario that I'm seeing. And that would make sense because it's like, thanks for the opportunity. What a surprise. But I'm not really wanting to turn this into something right now. I need to focus on the other things going on in my life. Now, there is attraction here. Somebody has a crush. So in the other scenario, hi Annabeth, welcome. In the other scenario, it feels like you might be putting energy into a person who is taking a while to figure themselves out. They are going through some sort of self-esteem or self-identity crisis that you've become quite invested in. And as the month progresses, you're going to hold yourself back by the collar and go, wait a minute. We are Venus. We're a goddess. We're a mythical legend that people will remember for thousands of years. Why are we doing this? So there's this turning point in your love life where you're just like, what the heck am I doing? And the Matriarch of Pipes, like, this is our Queen of Wands. This is the type of energy that, you know, who cares what you're wearing? And when you last washed your hair, you radiate beauty. You radiate success, you radiate confidence, you radiate everything you want comes to me easily. That's the Queen of Wands energy. It's attraction, it's magnetic. But when it's reversed, it's like we're doubting that. We all have that within us, but we're doubting it in August. Something in your love life has you doubting your magnetic, attractive, everything I want comes to me easily energy, even though there is a strong theme of having a crush and an attraction and you yourself being very beautiful, very handsome, whatever adjective you want to use, gorgeous, the thing that will inspire beauty for thousands and thousands of years. You're doubting it in August and you're feeling like you're not getting what you actually wanted. Like you're getting your hopes up a little bit with this 5 of Cups, recovering from disappointment and having to go against what other people expect you to do. So the Shaman card in this deck is a card that talks about that one person in a lot of, not all of, but a lot of Native American cultures who people relied on for insight and wisdom. Whether they were formally trained or not, they were usually very wise people who could offer insightful information that other people could use. And it wasn't like a contract situation, I tell you what to do, you do it. It was a way of just like kind of like what we're doing now, talking about things, and then you go away and you sit with the information and you take what you want from it. Instead of that, with it reversed, it feels like people are saying, no, Gemini, you should do this with your love life. You should do that. You should, I'm telling you, you actually need to do this. And it feels like it's a rule that you didn't even agree to have in your life. So you're having to fight back in August and go, wait a minute, no, I don't want to live by your rules. I don't want to follow your expectations, and I'm not going to conform to what other people want for me. I need to do what I need to do. And so you're going against the advice of people who others will look at and go, well, that's your parent. Like, you should always listen to your parents. But when you break it down, which you're very good at doing, the people in your life who care about you should understand why this works for you. Following a structure of rules by other people isn't going to work for you. You need to do what is right for you. So with this Ace of Wands, your love life could feel like it's just one big turnaround of things coming that you don't really want, and you're having to figure out what to do. You're saying no respectfully, and then you're having to go no forcefully. This is what I'm going to do instead. And it does mess with your self-confidence a little bit. It makes you question yourself a little bit. But don't forget, after you process this, who you are, what you deserve, and how this is the way that you need things to go, because you are who you are. Not everybody is you. Even if their intentions are good, the advice isn't necessary. So that's what I'm seeing for your love life. We're going to move on now. We need to have a look at your money. Thank you, L'Oreal, and I'm glad it's helpful, Annabeth. Let's hope there's more messages in your finances as well. Mercury. That's right. You had 2 cards that were like very connected to your Gemini energy. All right, Spirit. For my Geminis that end up watching this video, what is happening with their money in the month of July? Oh, we're not in July anymore, August. That was quick. We have the 9 of Shields, Thunderbird. We also have the Matriarch of Vessels. Can I get one more card for Gemini, please? Oh, he's back. Look who's at the back of the deck. Shaman. This time upright. So it's helpful. It's solicited advice. Is that what this means? It does feel like it. It's solicited this time. So with your money, I like Mercury here The Vesta card, remember, we're not keeping it. Thank you, but we're letting it go. You're very focused on something specific when it comes to your money, and your sights are set high. But also, whatever this goal is, it's within reach. So in August, there's a very clear sign and confirmation that what you're investing in, which could even feel like it's a home or land or your health, but it's your money. So it's some sort of investment. It is paying off. It's going to be successful, and it is also worth pursuing. Don't settle for less. Push for your sights, which are set high. Keep the bar high with your finances. Now, I do think, oh my gosh, Lily, that's wild. You were born 20 minutes after Mercury retrograde. Oh, your mother going through that. Astrology is wild like that. And then you ended up being a Gemini as well. I do think that a lot of your finances are going to, sorry, I left a word out there. A lot of your decisions that you've already made with your finances are going to feel more secure in August. You're getting physical confirmation that an investment is paying off, either because of what you've already put forward or because you're getting some sort of payout, some sort of reward for your hard work, for your effort, for your discipline, for your consistency, for your skills. There's a material reward here in your money in August. And with Mercury here, it is really important that you let your beautiful big mind continue to formulate ideas, curiosities, interests about your finances, what you can continue to do with what you have, and how you can continue to keep your financial security flowing abundantly. Because of that, communication is very important. It goes without saying. Stay on top of those emails, especially with Mercury. This isn't always face-to-face communication, over the phone communication. This is the kind of communication like snail mail even. People saying on the phone, oh, I'm going to post something to you. And you may be thinking, why would you post it? Like, just email it. I can get it back to you straight away. So they post it, and you need to make sure you don't forget about it. Check your mailbox, check your, post office, and sign on the dotted line or do whatever you need to do to continue to grow your finances and the opportunities that will present. The shaman is talking about getting financial advice. You may be asking a professional, a financial advisor, a tax agent, or anyone who has taken professional training with money. And outside of that, it's about using the right structures to invest your money properly and spend your money properly. So in August, I see you following either the advice or the structures needed to tick boxes with your money and make powerful changes, because this is the archetype of change that will set yourself up in the future. And you're handling it really well because this is your ruler. It's something you're just taking in your stride, which is why you're seeing those blessings of abundance. This is the Nine of Pentacles. It's a sign of personal and self security, financial abundance, prosperity, and also financial freedom. You will have this feeling of, I'm a little bit self-made, and I want to take out the little bit, because just say it as it is. I'm self-made. I'm very proud of what I've done, and I'm very proud of what I'm doing. So aside from taking time to celebrate, with the matriarch of vessels, there's also a feeling here of getting to spend your money on people who are very important to you. So the matriarch of vessels brings in an emotional shift with your money in August. You wanting to spend your money based off of your feelings in a very compassionate way, which is why it feels like you're spending it on people who you care about, spending it on yourself in a compassionate way, finding ways to take better care of yourself with your money, and also spending money on something that feels good from a heart perspective. So it feels like something that you've been meaning to do from your heart. This choice is not going to disrupt your financial prosperity. It's actually a very gratifying feeling that solidifies the path that you're on with your relationship with money. You're getting into a more balanced, harmonious dynamic with how you handle money. And this is the last sort of chapter of experience that you need to feel very informed and prepared to handle money in larger volumes. Does that make sense? I think you're setting yourself up for more financial abundance, is what I'm trying to say. And this chapter is how you get your ducks in a row, legally speaking, so that you are set with your finances. Now, with this Four of Pipes reversed, there is something here about a home or trying to spend money on your home or your house, and also making it more livable, which could temporarily make it not livable, like the kind of renovations where you have to move out of your bedroom and live in the lounge room for a week, or you have to stay with your parents while you buy that house, or whatever it is. There's a home-based financial sort of focus here that is about temporarily disrupting your home in order to make the changes that you need for it to be more personal, for it to be more suitable to you, for you to have that freedom, that personal security and financial freedom. So it does stem back to you feeling very proud of yourself for what you're spending your money on, but temporarily you need to adjust and be flexible with your home and where you're living or how you're living in order to make that happen. And that's another reason why you got to stay on top of your communication, because you want to make sure that that process, if you are buying a home or if you're buying something bigger, that it's seamless. It goes without saying, I don't really have any advice because you're going to handle this very well. This is just, you're taking it in your stride with your finances. So let's close your reading by having a look at your lifestyle now, which is our last piece to the puzzle. Again, your energy, the third house, very closely tied to Gemini's energy. Spirit, what can you tell us about Gemini's lifestyle in the month of August? What do they need to know about their lifestyle? I'm hearing it's on a need-to-know basis. So are you avoiding someone over here, or are you trying to keep a low profile and purposefully dodging someone's call? What is going on here with Gemini? What's happening in their lifestyle in August? So your lifestyle, I've got these definitions in the description box as well, but your lifestyle also includes platonic connections like friends and family, your free time when you're not working or doing anything that feels like work. What will it look like in August? And also your free money. So anything that isn't going towards an expense or a goal, what are you spending your money on? So that's like, plus your habits, your routine. Your lifestyle is pretty big. So I always leave it for last because it just feels like it ties everything together. But at some point I might even do it first. Spirit, yes, thank you. Okay, we have the 5. I'm pretty sure this already came out for you. Or am I mixing? No, it was the other 5, the vessels. At the back of, look who's there again. Wow. But we do have the 8 of Shields, Sandpainter. So a lot of feelings of refinement here, mastery, again, focus, but with Vesta reversed, You're focusing to the point where you almost have tunnel vision. I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think it means that you know that you could do more, but you're making a critical judgment and you're going, look, I want quality, not quantity. So I'm focusing on what I'm focusing on because I want it to be high quality. I want my family and friends, those relationships to be high quality. I want my free time to be of high quality. I want my routine to feel like it's high quality, to feel like it's actually helping me. It's looking, it's a part of the process in a productive way. You're looking at your lifestyle as something that needs to fit in with everything else. It's a part of the bigger picture. It has to flow well. And for this to be an 8, it has to be balanced over time. There's going to be moments where, yes, today was busier, tomorrow's a slower day. But by the end of the week, you want to feel like you're not too burnt out and you're not procrastinating too much either. So you're trying to look for that long-term sort of balance, that feeling of being productive, but also productively resting, which is really good. It's putting you in the right space. It's taking care of your physical body, and it's giving you the kind of rest where if something isn't right, you have enough time to feel that. So like, oh, I didn't get enough sleep last night, so tonight I'm going to make sure I do. Or when I was on my break, I noticed that my back is starting to hurt, so I want to make sure when I go back in to work that I'm sitting properly. It could be something like that, but when you're so busy, you don't realize, and then by the end of the month, that little issue turns into a bigger issue. So you're staying on top of little issues. Your lifestyle feels very balanced. Third house reversed, you are avoiding people. There are specific people in your extended community that you're avoiding. People in your immediate community are having a hard time getting a hold of you, but that's because you're selectively social on purpose. This isn't about having hard feelings. This is about having balance. So with the Maiden of Pipes reversed, I do think that there's something you were hoping to do in August that may need to happen down the line. And it is something that you were very interested in. It feels a little bit deflating, to say the least, that you can't do this in August. But ultimately, there are bigger things happening, and this is something that can be delayed. So we're just putting a rain check on it, postponing it, and we're prioritizing other more important things that we need to take care of now. Some of that has to do with responsibilities, but this is your lifestyle, this is your free time, so it has to do with managing your time well. And that's where some people may be feeling left out, like they don't really fit into your lifestyle. With the Moon card reversed, it's interesting because I think in August, with the amount of time that you have to recharge and rest, you're actually uncovering feelings you didn't know you had, and you're processing something that you didn't realize was a big deal to you. You could be discovering something from your extended social circle that feels like you're hearing it for the first time, and it's a secret being revealed. You're going, oh my gosh. And it's taking you a while to process this. Whatever happened to that person, it feels like it is affecting you emotionally, but there's nothing you can do about it because it happened in the past. So you're just sort of sitting with it and going, what do I do with these feelings now? Like, why did I have to find out now? I can't even do anything about it. So really that experience is telling you more about yourself. There's a reason why it's hitting you so deeply. It's resonating with you so deeply. It's unlocking some sort of aspect of your own nature, identity, and sense of self that you will use in your next chapter. And you'll adopt it as part of either your identity or motivations towards specific goals. But right now you can't, so we're just shelving it. We're just processing the emotion and we're shelving the exploration behind that emotion for the future. With the Five of Shields, I do think you are trying to get your lifestyle back on track, your routine. This feels like because it's in your lifestyle, there could be something about the way that you're spending your money that you're trying to cultivate into more meaningful purchases rather than just wasting it on things. And use your own discretion. I'm not judging, but you may feel like you're wasting your money on certain things. But it's more than that. I actually see the Five of Pentacles in your lifestyle as your health. You are trying to get your health back on track in August, and you're trying to stay on top of, again, your sleep, your food, the liquids you consume, how you feel, how your body feels, and trying to find a way to take better care of yourself, cultivating your health. I love to see this card upright. It means you're on top of it. You're identifying challenges or problems and you're coming up with solutions. You're taking it in your stride. It actually feels like a really good month for you, Gemini. You feel like you're handling August really well. You're handling other people's problems really well by not answering their calls in the first place. And you're also getting some serious traction towards some very big picture goals and big feelings. Like it's like if we were to look at your life on a big scale, you're reaching a lot of milestones and you're very close to unlocking key checkpoints in your lifetime. So there's some beautiful big energy in this reading, and August will really feel like that. It's preparing you for bigger, better things, if not showing you with that Nine of Pentacles we saw in your money part of this reading. So thank you, sweet souls, for all of your energy, support, and time. That is what I'm seeing for you. I appreciate you all in the chat for interacting and keeping me going. And until we meet again, I wish you peace, prosperity, abundance, happiness, health, wealth, success, and joy on your journey ahead. Enjoy August and look after your beautiful selves until we meet again. Bye.